Hello. So today I'm going to be showing you the Pathfinder that I created. I went ahead and used Word just because it was quick and easy and something that can be uploaded easily and shared out. Um, I decided to do one for third grade over panda bears. I also had my fourth grade daughter go through and read through this document and check out some of the sites because she is obsessed with panda bears. So I figured she would be a good test subject for this. But I have a lot of students that also are just obsessed with pandas. If you have young kids or you're teaching elementary, I'm sure you know, like, that's a hot topic. So I figured it would be a good one for third grade. And also, I have third grade students that do a research project in the spring. So I wanted to get some practice on creating Pathfinder specifically aimed at that grade level so that way I can start creating some ahead of their research project. Um, I found some cute little graphics just to kind of draw them in. And I wanted to go ahead and start off with their research tips because I know whenever I had my third graders come into the library last year, they just had no clue what to do. They knew that they were supposed to come in the library and find books on whatever topic it was they wanted to research. And that's about all they knew. So I wanted to give some tips right off the bat to help them as they're doing their research, especially the putting it into your own words and not believing everything you read, especially if it's coming from the internet. Because even when I taught high school, students found the very first thing they could find on the internet, didn't bother to research if it was actually correct, and slapped it into their presentation. So I really want to kind of prevent that if I can. My library is very neglected. So I don't have that many resources, but I tried to find some that I could. So I have my print resources here. And like I said, I told in here that the students could search the online catalog. I don't have many more books beyond what I posted here, but I'm hoping to get more. So I started off with some nonfiction print resources, and the first three are all pretty similar to each other. They're the basic informational books, has the color photographs, simple facts about pandas. And then I found this one in my collection that's Panda Math. So I thought that was pretty cute because it can pull in another content area. And plus it's got information about the two pandas in the book, and it has color photographs as well. So I thought it was pretty cute. Those are two of the most famous pandas from China because they were raised in captivity. I don't have a whole lot in fiction either for pandas, but I went ahead and included what I did have. The Please Mr. Panda is, of course, my favorite. I have it in English and Spanish, and my kids love that one. It's always checked out. The Bill Martin Panda Bear, What Do You See? And then this one I didn't even know I had, so once I get back to work, I'm going to have to see if I can find it. The Chengdu Would Not Fall Asleep. So that one sounds pretty cute. But all three of them, the Please Mr. Panda doesn't really focus so much on pandas as much as it does manners. But the Panda Bear, What Do You See? Features animals that are all endangered. And then this one, like I said, I haven't read it yet, but it sounds pretty cute. And from what I could see, what I saw online, it looks like it would be cute because it's got the colored illustrations, and it might not offer much information about pandas in general, but you do get to see them in like their natural habitat in the trees and things. Again, I only had two in Spanish, but I went ahead and included them. I have the Spanish version of Please Mr. Panda, and then I have one that's just like a basic informational nonfiction book on pandas and bears in Spanish. I found some internet resources. So I have like National Geographic, I have the World Wildlife Fund, the Smithsonian Zoo. This one is my favorite right here. If you go to the Smithsonian Zoo website, there is a giant panda cam, and you can watch the pandas live in their enclosure at the Smithsonian Zoo. My daughter flipped out. She loved it. And so you have to make sure that you get it at a good time. If you're trying to watch the pandas at 9 o'clock at night, they're sleeping. They're not doing anything. So you need to really watch it during the day, but it's pretty cool. And there's two different cams that you can watch. I found some web quests and activities that the kids can go through. Again, just giving them that basic information about pandas. And then this site right here, How to Make a Panda Bear Bookmark, actually has more than one craft on it, but the bookmark was my favorite one. But all of them are really basic, just Panda crafts that you can learn to make. But I like the bookmark the best, so that's the one I included. My library doesn't offer videos to rent out, but I did look on the Fort Bend public library site and found some. Um, because so many of my students have access to like Netflix and YouTube, I went ahead and included some Netflix suggestions that are as of this month that are on Netflix. And then I found some YouTube video links. So just in the Fort Bend Public Library, I found a Pandas DVD. And so we've got a little description of it. Another one called Save the Panda. And then this one is streaming on Hoopla through Fort Bend Public Library. So if the kids have the Fort Bend Public Library account, obviously they can check out the DVDs, but they can also go through Hoopla and stream it directly to their phone, their computer, their iPad, whatever. The Born in China is a really, really good documentary that's on Netflix. And then I went ahead and included Kung Fu Panda, even though it's not informational, it's really just entertainment, but it might interest the kids, especially if it's a younger student. These are the YouTube links that I found. Some of them are, I think the first two are National Geographic. The Panda's official trailer is the one, it's an IMAX movie. We went and saw it with my daughter, incidentally, at the Houston Museum of Natural Science. And then the last two are just some documentary type links on YouTube. My daughter enjoyed them all. She thought they were adorable. And then I have the Dewey Decimal numbers to go ahead and look through, where you can find most of the information on pandas, of course, would be the 599 section. But I went ahead and included geography and travel in Asia and the history of China, so the students can get some background knowledge on the location of where pandas are most prevalent and where they live. I put the TEKS and the AASL standards last because that's more oriented for teachers. But there were several TEKS that could work both in science and in language arts, because that's where the research TEKS fall for 3rd grade. And then I have the AASL standards as well. And there were a lot that could work for this project as well. So I liked putting this together. I think it wasn't hard. And it was cool having it all in one place. I would like to make more of these for my students because I think this could be a huge help. And I think it would really benefit my students. So I'm excited to get some more created for my 3rd graders and my other grades as well.